Hey everyone, Teach here. We'll be making one of my all-time favorite dishes, Dan Dan Noodles or Dan Dan Mian. First, let's look at what the ingredients we need.
You can find most of these ingredients at any Asian grocery store, but I'll add a description of all of them in the description box below. We're also going to need some ground pork, preferably high fat, a leafy vegetable, I'm using bok choy, some green onions and garlic, some Sichuan peppercorns that you're going to toast on a wok, move around while they start heating up, then remove from the heat, and we'll grind these up in just a sec. Toss them into a pestle and mortar, let out all your frustrations to turn this into a powder, and the final result should look something like some freshly shaved sawdust. Tasty. We'll need to get some water boiling so later we can prep our noodles. Just fill that pot up so we can prepare our noodles for their baptism. Get a fire going and put the pot on top and let that boil. Let's get back to our meat where we're going to marinate it in some dark soy sauce, a splash of sesame oil, a little bit of some Chinese dark vinegar, no such thing as too much. Give that pork a sip of some Xiaoxing wine, and a sprinkle of salt and sugar. Now mix that goodness all together. For the green onion, we're going to start off by cutting off the root, and then thinly slice the white parts. Save the dark green part because that's going to be used for later. Smash the garlic's hopes and dreams, just like that like and subscribe button. Remove the outside skin, it should be easy after smashing. Then thinly slice the garlic into a fine mince. I like to use the rocking method after slicing it thinly. And then like that, you have some beautiful aromatics ready to flavor your dish. Toss these together in a small bowl ahead of time to make it easier when cooking. Now grab the bok choy and the green parts of the green onion, and we're going to dice these up. Just start from the base and swipe up with your knife to make perfectly sliced bok choy. The final result will be much more manageable, bite-sized pieces. Now we're going to dice up the green parts of the green onion, a little thicker this time compared to the whites. We'll be using this to garnish the top of our Dan Dan noodle. All of our ingredients are prepped and now it's time to cook. Get your wok piping hot and toss in some frying oil. I'm using peanut, but any frying oil is completely fine. Toss in that meat, but watch for oil splashes, and start mixing around to distribute the heat evenly. Keep your flame on high though, you want this to cook evenly and quickly. Toss in your garlic and green onion, and if you're smart unlike me, do that before the meat step. Mix that all up and shake it around like you're some sort of professional. And as a completely optional step, add some pickled mustard greens. The flavor goes amazing with the sweetness of the Dan Dan noodle sauce. We're almost done here, but we're going to finish our topping off by adding the bok choy. I definitely cut up a bit too many, but just add enough to cover up the top. And now you're done. Scoop it all out and save it for the side for later. We're going to finish the dish by putting this on top. Now it's time for the best part, the sauce. Start off by adding 2 tablespoons of sesame paste, 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. Don't use dark or you're going to mess up the color. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. About half a tablespoon of Chinese dark vinegar. Don't worry if you go overboard. There's no such thing with this. And then you want to add some sweetness. I really like honey here, but you can also just use regular sugar. Don't worry about the measurement too much. Just taste as you go to get the perfect flavor for you. Now turn on the stove and heat up the sauce. Mix as you go so you don't burn any of the ingredients. You're looking to get it to about like a peanut butter level of consistency. Now the next ingredient is only for those who like spicy. Some homemade chili oil. I'll be uploading a recipe for this in just a few days. I'll add it to the description below. Add as much as you like based on your own personal heat tolerance. For me, that's 3 soup spoons of chili oil. This will be very spicy, so I do not recommend if you can't handle your heat. Mix it all together with the chili oil and set aside. This will be the first ingredient we add to the dish. Hopefully by now your water's boiling and we're going to add the noodles to it. I have a nifty ramen strainer for these, but feel free to just toss them in and strain later. For the noodles, try and find Dan Dan noodles at any Asian grocery store. But to be honest, if you use spaghetti or ramen, it'll still taste great. Your noodle baptizing time will vary, so just follow the instructions on your packet and you should be fine. Make sure to shake off all of the water possible so that it doesn't dilute the sauce. The first step is to add a layer of sauce on the bottom of the bowl. Be generous here. In the video I didn't add enough, but you want enough sauce to coat your noodles. Plop your noodles into the bowl, and if you need to make a thumbnail, make sure to move them around to make it look pretty. Scoop your toppings onto the top of the noodles with the sauce underneath. Sprinkle the green parts of a green onion that we chopped up earlier. Now add your crushed up and toasted Sichuan peppercorns. Add as much as you like. I'd start with only a little if it's your first time having Sichuan peppercorns. And there you go. Beautifully made Dan Dan noodles or Dan Dan Mian. Enjoy!
Thanks everyone, and make sure you smash that like button if you like this recipe and put a comment down below for something you want me to try out next time. See you later. Peace.